Welcome to the fall semester. I just wanted to do a quick little screencast for you, kind of helping you navigate through Canvas. This is probably the first semester for all of you to be using Canvas. Some of you may be used to Moodle, and there's a little bit of changes in terms of how you navigate this. So once you've logged on and you get to your home page, this is what it's going to look like. Whether you're in my 574 class or any of my online classes, they're all going to look the same. My name's Joanne. My email is listed here, and my office phone number is also on here. So the first thing I'd recommend that you do as you start going through this, you'll notice as you scroll down, each of these topics are going to be a week this semester. So we go through each of them. And you'll click the link here and it will take you to the beginning module for that week. But for this week, really where you want to start is here at the syllabus to make sure that we're all on the same page in terms of what to expect. So go ahead and pull up the syllabus. If you happen to be on campus, I'm more than happy to meet with you in person. I always feel like there's this veil. We never get to see each other face to face. So if you're ever on campus, just stop into my office and say hi. These are my office hours, but you can catch me there. I'm there almost every day, all day. First things first, I always get questions about the, oh, a little typo there. I always get questions about the book, and we do need the 13th edition for this class. Especially being an online class, it's important that you have the same edition that the class is designed around. So you can read through some of the information here yourself. I'm not going to bore you with that. A couple things I'd like to kind of point you out to. It's important that you log on at least 2 or 3 times a week because things can change. So I have here at least get on there 3 times a week because I may update or change things through the week. Everything is pretty much set to open on the Friday, and then it will be due a week or so, not the following Monday, but the Monday after that are the due dates for most things, but things can change, so be sure to get on there. Big writing assignment here is going to be your nutrition project, and you are required to complete the nutrition project. If you don't get it done and turned in on time, you still need to get it done and turned in order to pass the class. Grading for this, as you look at it, so the grading here is going to be weighted grades. So your nutrition project will be worth 15% of your grade, discussions worth 15%, assignments worth 10%, assessments 50%, and then a comprehensive final exam. So you'll be able to look into the grades and see where you're at any point during the semester. As far as assignments and turning in assignments on time, I do not accept late assignments. So make sure you have little over, I think, 9 days for each week's material. So you need to make sure that you get it done and get it turned in on time. That's important. And I have on there, I really don't accept them for any reasons, and I hold pretty strict to that. I've had a lot of really challenging reasons where I feel like I should potentially allow students to turn things in late, but to be fair to everybody, it's just strictly no late assignments for any reason. Your nutrition project is open for a good month before it's due. Both parts, you'll have a month to do it, so I recommend getting that done early. And if you were to miss a week, there's plenty of assignments throughout the semester. So 1 week of missed work is not going to greatly impact your grade. So that being said, I recommend getting everything done as early as possible in the week so that if life happens, you're able to finish it. So let's go back here to the home page now and kind of give you an idea of where you're going to start with this. So take a look at the syllabus. The nutrition project will be right here, and you'll see in the calendar in terms of due dates on that, or you can click on this itself and it'll give you the due dates. For this week, you're going to be going to the Getting Started with This Online Class. And it'll just kind of walk you through exactly what you're going to need to do for this week. This week's a little bit lighter in terms of material, so get you up here. Really hoping to just kind of get you back into class, get your books, and get you navigating Canvas. And what I want all of you to do, if you haven't already, is go back to the Shasta College. I think this is part of the initial sign-on page for Canvas, and go ahead and click here. Start here, and it will take you through Canvas student orientation. I think it takes somewhat, if I read right, 35 minutes to go through each of these modules. It shows you how to do everything you need to do in terms of checking on your grades, updating your profile, and just, you know, more of the mechanics in terms of how to function on Canvas. So I want you to kind of start there, go through each of those. And let's get back to where we're at. And then after you've done that, you'll notice here it always says, I don't think you can see it, but right below this there's a little button that I'm going to click on that says Next, which will take us to the next module and wander you through each of these. And this is pretty much how all of the weeks are set up. So you'll have modules that you'll go through. It'll kind of give you directions. You may have videos that you're going to be watching, and it's going to kind of walk you through everything. So you can keep clicking through and going to each one here. You can go back to the home page for a reference in terms of where to start that module. The other thing you can do is go into the modules themselves, and it will show you here, for instance, this is everything you're going to be doing. So you can go ahead and from the modules page, just click on each of these to be able to see where you need to go. So if you've gone through most of these and come back on a later date and wanted to start, say you didn't do your assessment of your syllabus assessment, you can go back in and click here and do it. So this is week 1. You're going to be kind of just getting started, a little bit of a light week. I have an assignment here looking at behavior changes, so you'll do some reading there in terms of what's in the book. And you're going to go ahead and submit the assignment in terms of your behavior change. Each week you're going to notice this What's New in Nutrition News. And I like to just sort of keep you updated on some of the information that's out there. I'm on way too many listservs. And so as I find interesting things, I'll change up in terms of links for you for things to read. And I realize there's a lot of reading in this class, so these definitely are more just for your pure enjoyment. Sometimes I may have something on there and specifically target it and say, hey, take a look at the article this week. But for the most part, this is going to be just for your enjoyment. So welcome back to class, and I hope to have a great semester with you. I'm available. You're welcome to email me. If you have any questions, you're welcome to call me if you have any questions. And my email is linked to my Shasta College email. So if you email me through the Canvas site, it does show up there as well. So I try to get back to you as soon as possible. I give myself 24 hours to get back to you, but usually it's pretty quick. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and get a hold of me there. And I hope you guys all have a great week.